Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Casillejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And before we dive into today's episode, I thought it would be really fun to share that we got fan mail. Love it. Fan mail to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. So
wait. This means people listen to us.
That's really cool.
And
nice.
our fans.
It's cool because this is a fan podcast, so it's like fans of fans.
Wow.
Inception. Very cool. So this is from our listener named Raphael. So sweet. He sent me this package, but there's something in here for all of us. Ooh. I'm just going to go ahead and open it.
Yes.
Please.
Okay, as I open the box, there's something in here to unwrap. And he also included Taylor Swift's stars from
Adorable.
the
Her
golden
merch-
ones from
her
the
merch
merch.
stars.
Yeah, there's only one color though. Feel free to read into that.
It's a clue.
Okay, here we go.
A lot of paper.
He got us
Taylor Swift signed underwear.
Oh my God, he got each of us a copy of Taylor Swift's autographed Evermore CDs.
Stop. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, I'm
There's 4 of them. And this is, okay, I need to say a huge thank you, Raphael, because these went on sale and I missed it. I missed the drop, and then I was so sad. I was so sad that I wasn't going to get one.
That is so incredibly sweet. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
but
especially
Is
Is there more in there? Did he get us the Olivia Rodrigo rings?
No, but we can each keep one of the little paper stars.
We'll definitely have to do that. And just so you guys know, the one that I selected here has some smudges. So Taylor Swift's hand had smudges after she signed mine.
Oh, switch with me.
You're so greedy, Nick.
I just grabbed the one on top.
This is so amazing.
Sweet. Ralph, thank you so much.
That's
Thank
very
you.
cool.
Thank
oh
you.
my
Thoughtful.
gosh. I'm not a crier like Anna, but I do want to cry.
I'm
My
gonna
heart's
frame
filled with so
it.
much love right now.
I'm going to frame it. This is incredible.
It's the best.
This is incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. That's so great.
So sweet.
Wow, what a way to kick this episode off. So today we're going to be breaking down Taylor Swift's song, You All Over Me, featuring Maren Morris.
You all over me.
So this song was written in 2008 for Taylor's Fearless album, but it did not make the cut. She did release it as the second single of her 2021 re-recorded version of the album Fearless. So like I said, the song features Maren Morris singing backup vocals. It's one of 6 bonus songs that she calls From the Vault.
Mm-hmm. And here's what she had to say. She said, "Only I know songs I wrote that almost made the Fearless album, songs I absolutely adored but were held back for different reasons. Don't want too many breakup songs, don't want too many down-tempo songs," because she wasn't calling all of her own shots then. Can't fit that many songs on a physical CD, she recalled. She said, but these were the ones that it killed me to leave behind. That's how she feels about all these Vault songs.
You know what's really cool about the whole Vault songs experience that she's doing? Like, not only are we so excited to hear her re-record all of her old ones and now get these from the Vault, but so as we know, back during the original Fearless era, Taylor was always dropping Easter eggs with capitalized letters in the booklets and things like that. And whenever she was going to release the Vault tracks, remember she posted a video.
Oh my gosh. Talk about some of the biggest moments that Swifties have been freaking out.
Incredible. She posted this video. It was a 30-second video, and she said, expert level Easter eggs. And it was, yes, this is it.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a vault door opens, and then it's just a bunch of jumbled up words are flashing.
Yeah, it's like that
out.
game we used to play in middle school or whatever.
And
people quickly figured out Maren. People quickly figured out Keith Urban.
Not just people.
Oh, my
Anna
God.
did.
Anna
But
did,
Anna, did you
did.
figure this out yourself, or did you turn to the internet and they already broke everything down?
So I happened to be on my phone the second that it happened. I screenshot it, sent it to you guys, and I was like, we need to figure this out. I knew a lot of Swifties would do it, but when it said expert level, I said, no, I want to figure it out. Like, I want to do it on my own. So I did that. I watched the video. I pen and paper, wrote down every single letter, every single thing that was
That's so
happening,
retro.
all this stuff. Well, because that's what it felt. I was like, oh my God, she's really driving us back to Fearless. Like, this is what, like, I used to grab a pen with the booklets and circle all the capitalized letters. And I was like, yes, this is what we're doing. We're going full Swiftie. She said expert mode. I accept the challenge. And I got so excited. I tweeted about it. I was like, oh my God, like, someone help me. Once I figured it out, I felt so proud. And of course I went online and 1,000 other people have figured it out before me, but it was still like really cool. But then, so the audio of that is like the backwards of You All Over Me, is it not?
Sounds like it.
I don't know,
I
Anna, you're
can't
the
tell
expert.
I don't. It's something backwards. It's backwards from one of the Vault songs.
I remember I downloaded it and I flipped it backwards, and it didn't sound like much to me.
I might be wrong. Maybe it's not You All Over Me, but it's something from the Vault, obviously. But yeah, and it was like golden, like the video and everything. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
incredible.
it was the day after when she released all the titles of the Vault songs. So You All Over Me, Mr. Perfectly Fine, We Were Happy, That's When, Don't You, and Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah,
I was really impressed with your skills, Anna. You had that down in no time.
Well, and it's exciting because so there's a website online. It's called like the Swiftpedia, like Wikipedia, but it's only Taylor Swift stuff. And on there's a list of all of her unreleased songs. And so once I figured out words from this video, I went to that list and like referenced like how many times did she use the word when, and then figured out like, oh, that's when. And you know what I mean? So I was able to figure out the titles. I didn't just automatically from the top of my head know every Vault song track title. That would have been impressive, but I did have some help from the internet. But anyway.
So yeah, Taylor brought her friend Maren Morris to be on this track to sing backup vocals, and she and Taylor have a good history. She actually brought Maren Morris out on the Reputation tour to sing Maren's hit song The Middle. So funny to see Taylor Swift performing with Maren Morris, because Maren Morris is pretty short. And Taylor Swift is pretty tall. And and I think Taylor, you know, she's in Reputation mode, wearing tall heels also and stuff. And so it's just like, woof.
Well, when she posted the announcement on Instagram, that second picture of them side by side is just adorable.
It is cute.
It's kind of like Anna and her boyfriend Ryan in every single picture, right?
Yeah. And I'm almost positive that was the show I was at when Maren Morris was the special guest on Reputation.
Because you went the first night.
Yeah, and y'all went the second night.
Yes.
Yeah, Lacey and I were talking about that today.
About how you were at the second night?
Well, we were at the second night. And I am not the biggest fan of Little Big Town.
Which is who she brought out.
No,
It's not my
Sugarland.
favorite. Or Sugarland. That's who she
Yeah,
brought
That's
out.
how big of a fan
That's
he
who
is.
she
Like, he
brought.
didn't even remember.
For some reason.
Same. I didn't remember
Yeah.
enough to correct him. No.
Anyways, yeah, because it was the last night of her Reputation tour, and then when it's like, okay, I know this is the part where it's the special guest
Yeah,
time.
it's gonna be a
come
big
out.
deal.
She
Yeah.
come out to like the second stage. We know what's happening at this
Yeah,
point, and
yeah.
then she starts talking about like a song I wrote for someone else, and I was like, I know who this is. I'm out, and so I went and I bought a shirt.
Can we stop for a moment and talk about how iconic it is that she picks up a cool tradition every time and goes to a different city and decides, you know what, I'm going to bring a special guest in for this. How cool is that she's the one who started that tradition? And if I'm wrong, if somebody else started it, I don't know. I don't care.
You know-
in my opinion, it was Taylor.
What I love about it is that it makes news who she brings out for her concerts. It's not just the Swifties that care about it. Like
Right.
all of the gossip shows, the entertainment blogs are talking about who she's bringing out that night. They don't really say who Justin Timberlake brought out on a random one-off night on his tour. It's who's Taylor bringing. And yeah, a lot of times it is someone who has ties to that town or something like that. But it's just so great. And the caliber of people that she gets to perform with her is just insane. Like on Reputation, she had like Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
And then she'd have like Justin Timberlake. And then, there's
And then
Selena Gomez.
Sugarland.
And then Sugarland.
To close it out. You get Sugarland.
And wasn't that the show that got like filmed for the
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
for the Netflix thing?
But I didn't realize that it was Tiffany Haddish who did the Taylor Can't Come to the Phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she-
I didn't know
on
that till
on tour she did it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
You're like, wait, on the album?
I thought that's what you meant.
on for like the video message during the
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
That was her.
Okay, so you all over me.
Yes.
That's how we always come back to
So
it.
I really love this song because it's like a lot of Taylor songs where at first when you hear it, you kind of think it's a love song. Just having You All Over Me,
Yeah.
that sounds lovey-dovey. But then when you start listening to the words, it's the complete opposite. It's about trying to get over someone after a breakup and you can't get them off of you.
Can't get that stink
You
off
can't
of
get them
me.
off you. So like in the chorus, she sings, I lived, I learned, had you, got burned, held out, held on, God knows too long, wasted time, lost tears, swore that I'd get out of here. And then, but I still just can't get you all over me.
It's such an interesting way to, like, I would never think about like that, like in a relationship, I guess. You kind of just think, oh, like you break up, you're done. But it's like, yeah, you all over me. But the very first, like instantly when I heard this song, I thought it was a prequel to the song Clean.
Yes, the lyric.
The lyrics, and I put them together.
You all over me. You're still all over me like a
Clean is such a great song.
It is.
That's
Underrated.
great.
Talk
Yeah.
about underrated. But yeah, and I just immediately, because when I was thinking like, oh, songs like From the Vault we've never heard, she kind of had that in her back pocket. And then we got Clean later on in 1989. And it's like, are they connected? Are they not? Is there such thing as a coincidence in the Swift universe? I don't think so, which is what makes me think that they are connected. Or, I mean, just the lyric parallels are just so pretty.
But yeah, I definitely love the idea of how a long time ago she was singing about how she's dirty from a relationship. Then fast forward into 1989 years, she's singing about finally becoming clean, getting
Yeah.
that person off of them.
Exactly.
Great.
So I personally love the folklore feel of this song, but some of the purists on Reddit may not be a fan. I found a demo. Let's play the intro from the Vault Taylor's version, and then you can compare it to the demo.
Okay. This is the new one.
The tone that's kind of mimics peace. The
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
and then even the harmonica
It
kind of
does.
reminds you of Betty.
That is peace.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Aaron's production I think really had some influence on the song,
Definitely.
and it doesn't necessarily fit with the Fearless era, and I think that's what they're having problems with. Here's the intro to the demo.
That sounds so different.
Yeah, that is way more country.
It's way more country than what the final new version that we finally get to hear is.
Yeah.
Wow,
But I like the new version.
Wow,
Yeah,
Amy,
yeah.
you blew my mind with the comparison to Peace.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, that's wow. I'm gonna think about that all day.
And she does it again in the outro. I don't know if we want to listen to that
Sure.
too.
So here is the new outro, the one that we have heard.
you all over me.
So that one's not too country.
Yeah.
There's like a harmonica in there, but nothing crazy.
She puts an emphasis on me different, a different word than she does the demo here.
I still got you all over me. Na, na, na,
That twang though.
Yeah.
She's just like freestyling there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of nanas. And then
Wow.
there's a whole thing that she cut out from the Vault, Taylor's version. It's an entire guitar melody solo after the second chorus that was axed.
Yeah, man, the demo is so different than what we hear now, what
Yeah.
the final version is.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
think
super country, the demo.
Do you think that whenever she's, re-recording her entire masters, her discography, she thinks like, okay, the whole point of, re-recording Fearless is for all the songs to sound the same so that we as fans, like, don't go back and listen to the old ones. But with the ones from the Vault, do you think she was like, wait, this is an opportunity for me to take a song that I wrote 10 years ago, but like alter it to be today? You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes, for sure. She said it on Instagram. She said, one thing I've been loving about these From the Vault songs is that they've never been heard, so I can experiment, play, and even include some of my favorite artists.
That's
that's really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool.
I loved her fit with Maren Morris. They sound great together.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Absolutely.
And she's just not in her country phase anymore. So, she wants it to sound more like her mood. She's evolved throughout the years. And I'm a folklorist like Amy, so I appreciate the connections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do we think that this song, because we know it was written back in 2008, and as soon as it came out, Swifties all over the internet were wondering, is this about Joe Jonas? You know, we know that she dated him back in 2008, and in the second verse, she says, the best and worst day of June was the one where I met you. And Joe and Taylor dated July to October of 2008. And then in that same verse, she has lyrics that kind of parallel Last Kiss from Speak Now, which we also speculate is about Joe.
With your hands in your pockets and you don't you wish you had me grin.
And now listen to what she said in Last Kiss.
I love how you walk with your hands in your pockets.
Which, granted, all the really comparison is the hands in the pockets thing, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Yes, definitely not Joe. Well, she's got Joe all over this album.
Which is so interesting because, so we know that Forever and Always is for, like, fact, right? That's about Joe Jonas. And then there's other songs on Fearless that are kind of maybe about other relationships, which we've talked about in all of our previous episodes. But then why do you think that when she had these From the Vault songs and she had to pick which ones am I going to cut, was she like, okay, I don't want to give Joe too much attention, like let's cut these?
Maybe.
Or, because I think she had said that Forever and Always was added last minute.
Yeah, that one.
And she had to beg to get that one added on.
Yeah, I remember recently we had listened back to her interview with Ellen, and on that interview, that's when she talks about Joe breaking up with her in a short phone call.
Yeah.
Before she talks about that, she talks about, I had to get my label to put me in last minute to record Forever and Always. That's about Joe Jonas.
So it all wasn't necessarily her doings, though, because she said Big Machine had said. So, I mean, it could have been some of her, but it also could have been, you're not going to write all about this boy and you're not just going to write about breakup. You need a variety. You need more fairy tale in there. So I don't know how much of an influence they had over her decision on what to put in and what not to.
Yeah, you're so right.
And since this is her second album, she is going to be taking a lot more notes from the label. You know, they know better than she does at that point. So, okay, I'll cut those songs. If you give me these songs, I can put these away and maybe hold on to them, release them later. Well, that's it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Hope you enjoyed our breakdown of You All Over Me. So be sure you like and subscribe to our podcast wherever you can get a podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can find us. Be sure you give us a 5-star rating and a review.
You guys, this is one of my favorite reviews that I think we've ever gotten, and it's from Brent. He said, "Hear me out. Taylor Swift is behind this whole podcast, and every theory they have is actually the truth because it comes straight from Taylor herself."
I love it.
Love the content. I think Nick could be the white version of me. Keep up the great work, people.
Okay. Hey, Brent.
That is an awesome review.
I love it.
I'm just telling everyone right now, whenever we meet Taylor, whenever she comes on our podcast, I think I may be done with the podcast. You just hang it up at that point, right?
Once Taylor's on?
Yeah, once Taylor's on.
You can't get any better.
Yeah.
I mean, once she's on,
what are we working
there's nothing
towards?
bigger than that.
But
And
then we're still going to be talking in our spare time, so
That's
we might
true.
as well
Might
do
as well
it.
record
at
it.
work.
You know what? We'll come back 10 years later and release episodes from the vault.
Love it, Anna.
Well, that's it for today. Join us next time because we're going to have a really fun podcast. It's the first time we're doing one of these where Lacey is going to plan out the perfect Taylor Swift concert, according to her. And we're going to talk about it next.
I'm just nervous.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.